We all dream of a life filled with achievement, freedom, and fulfillment. We imagine waking up one day to discover that we've finally arrived. The success, the health, the wealth, the happiness we've been chasing. But here's the truth that most people overlook. No one wakes up fully formed into greatness. Success doesn't appear in a single grand gesture, a magical breakthrough, or an overnight miracle. The lives we admire are built quietly, invisibly, from the accumulation of tiny, deliberate habits repeated consistently over time. The powerful future you desire is not the result of one giant decision. It is forged, brick by brick, habit by habit, day by day. The small actions you take today, which may feel insignificant or even invisible, are the seeds of a future that can surpass your wildest imagination. This is the astonishing truth. The tiniest habits, when practiced consistently, have the power to create monumental change. Most people underestimate the impact of small, consistent actions. We tend to focus on the dramatic moments, the promotions, the business deals, the awards, the viral successes, and forget that every one of those moments is the visible tip of a massive, unseen iceberg. Beneath the surface of every triumph lies countless hours of preparation, disciplined practice, incremental learning, and tiny habits executed repeatedly, day after day. 1 page read per day, 1 healthy meal chosen over an unhealthy alternative, 10 minutes of exercise, 5 minutes of reflection or journaling. These choices might seem trivial in isolation, but they shape the trajectory of a life more than we often realize. The reality is that what seems small now compounds over time into results so profound that the future you envision becomes inevitable. Consistency is the engine that drives the power of tiny habits. Motivation is fleeting. Inspiration comes and goes like the wind. But habits, even the smallest ones, establish routines that do not rely on emotion or circumstance. They are the infrastructure of achievement. Imagine planting seeds in a garden. One seed may not sprout immediately. One watering session may seem insignificant. But with daily care and attention, the garden will flourish beyond your expectations. Similarly, each small habit you practice is an investment in your personal garden. A quiet but unstoppable force that grows into a future you can be proud of. Moreover, tiny habits do more than just build skills or accomplishments, they build identity. Every action, no matter how small, sends a signal to your subconscious mind about who you are and who you are becoming. Choosing to read daily signals that you are a learner. Choosing to exercise signals that you are someone who values your body and health. Choosing to save money, plan, or be punctual signals that you are disciplined and responsible. Over time, these tiny habits solidify your identity, shaping not just what you do, but who you are at your core. When your identity aligns with your goals, the future you desire becomes a natural outcome rather than a distant aspiration. One of the most transformative aspects of tiny habits is their compounding effect. Just as compound interest multiplies wealth over time, small habits multiply results. A single action may feel inconsequential, but repeated consistently, it becomes extraordinary. Reading 10 pages per day amounts to thousands of pages a year. A short daily workout evolves into strength, endurance, and confidence. A habit of reflection and planning transforms your decision-making, priorities, and overall life trajectory. The magic lies in repetition. Every tiny habit is a vote for the person you are becoming and the future you want to create. The challenge, of course, is patience. Tiny habits are often invisible, and their effects can take months or even years to fully manifest. This is why so many people give up too soon. They abandon the practice of small, positive actions because they do not see immediate rewards. Yet it is precisely in the invisible, unglamorous work that the most powerful transformations occur. The secret to creating a powerful future lies in persistence, in committing to small, consistent habits even when results are not yet apparent. Over time, the accumulation of these habits leads to momentum, and momentum leads to transformation that feels almost magical, but is entirely the result of deliberate, persistent effort. It's also important to recognize that tiny habits are flexible. They are not about perfection. They are about direction. Missing a day, faltering, or facing setbacks does not erase the power of consistent practice. What matters is returning to the habit, recommitting, and continuing to move forward. Over a lifetime, these small efforts stack into a foundation so solid that obstacles and setbacks cannot derail your progress. Every day is an opportunity to add another brick to the structure of your future. In conclusion, the life you desire is not the result of sudden luck, massive effort, or extraordinary opportunity. It is the result of the tiny habits you cultivate today. Small, deliberate actions, repeated consistently, shape your identity, compound over time, and create a trajectory toward a future you might currently think is impossible. It starts with one habit, one choice, one moment of discipline, and it grows into everything you have ever wanted. Remember this truth. It starts small, but it changes everything. The path to a powerful, fulfilling future is in your hands, one tiny habit at a time.